there has been a realization in recent weeks that it's my relationships with my family that throw me right back into identification.
Well, they're there also to test your own realization.
Yeah.
Because if you can get away with it with your mom, and you cannot say, also some people, they have a feeling, oh, nothing exists, this is not. But they want to demonstrate that. To demonstrate that somehow I am beyond all of this. This is not, you're unreal, and this is all unreal. So families are good when you're floating off onto whatever trip. Sometimes we have, sometimes it's like this. Otherwise, initially for all people, in fact, when they first set out, sometimes you feel already, sometimes it feels threatening for those around you who, as I was saying earlier, they have a sense that they know who you are, and you see, and also even the saying, when the old biblical saying, a prophet is never accepted in their own country, even sometimes, see, sometimes even amongst their own people they cannot accept. You're a regular guy, you're a regular girl, how can you be this? I'd rather accept the Buddha abroad than the Buddha at home. You see, like this.
They preferred our relationship as it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes, they are uncomfortable with how things, with the new need to adjust to your present moment expressions. So something reminisces and say, yeah, I preferred you before because, or something like this. But it's not. Sometimes they cannot remember how you were before. Or at least they have a memory which is also a construction. As we are even in front of each other, sometimes we are not seeing what is present in front of you. Seeing with all old eyes, old mind is seeing, see. So, and it is such a field. Many times some people had to leave home entirely, go away, to be alone, to find who you are without. Then you can come back, and who are you even with? Sometimes you have to be without, because otherwise it becomes too claustrophobic, and it can feel the pressures for you to fit the role that other people project for you, and how much you succumb to this.
I am going through noticing the emotions of hurt and kind of rejection now, because
they're still reminding you that you stay also in your own, be true to your own self-discovery. Let that take care of everything. Don't watch constantly with the eyes of relationship and past and so on. Stay rooted in your own truth. You have to do it. You have to do it in this life. One of the apparent challenges that consciousness has set for itself is to transcend this. You see? And it will all come out fine. If you don't, buckle. If you don't sort of, give in to that type of pressure, which also you yourself are also projecting. It's not just them alone. You are, cooperating with it, isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
And it's not that if you stand your ground, not necessarily sticking flags into the earth or nothing, but just hold quietly into your own truth. And don't expect anything from them or anybody, if you can. Or anybody. This is also great freedom. Don't expect things should be different, or people should be in service to you or your life or your projection. Then tremendous freedom is there, waiting to show itself, no? But there is something that if you pay attention to it, you'll find all by itself that there is a sort of inner spring cleaning of how your your operation is being cleaned out. There is a natural setting in of a sort of a space of serene detachment. It's coming in. It's not something you necessarily have to go out cultivating, but you're feeling more and more a natural feeling of detachment. You know how it is like if you go away to live in another country for 6 months or a year, and after you return home, everything is the same, everything is there. The neighborhood is the same, the neighbors are the same, the cat, everything is there. Family, maybe it changed a little bit, but everything is there. But somehow something is different. There is a space of detachment. Things don't filter in through so quickly for you. You hear all the gossips, but they don't land. You're not sucked in. This happens for everybody. You've been away for a while. For a while, it's like it's as though you have the benefit of feeling like a stranger amongst the familiar. And people may gossip and so on, but it doesn't penetrate beyond the solar plexus. It doesn't go in. It's like you're hearing everything through a glass separation. It's not so loud. Then gradually something gets accustomed again, and then you're in. And it is, in fact, what happens with the consciousness. Gradually also, it is its own filtering by itself, not by human effort. Just something takes place and you feel more distance. You're not so struck by what happens. Also, the tendency to expect things to be like this or not, that's also thinning out. And it's as though the world is going on by itself, in your presence. Even this body is doing its own part, is doing its thing. But there is a detached field of witnessing this. And space is there. And a joy is in this. The noise, the usual noise of the personality is being combed out. And there's space and quietude. It's there. But if you keep overlooking this because something is feeling, and why do you go for this other, you're so caught by the behavior of others because it matters so much, how you feel. You don't want to feel rejected. You want to be included or something like this. You see, this is the ticket in. And so it appears as though life is telling you, okay, no, don't come so close. You stay out a bit further. There's an inner circle. Now you've moved out 1 or 2 rings out. Because it matters for you, see. And by itself, something is not mattering so much. It's not that you don't care about your family. In fact, you will function more beautifully because you're coming in fresh again. And the initial reaction and resistance and judgments, that will cool down as they see. And occasions will come when the wisdom that comes out of your own emptiness will shine and will show, wait a minute, that you are impartial. And initially we rebel because people expect that if you're family, you're on my side. And then they're coming to see that you're on the side of truth, not on grandmother's side or something, you see. So these things, they may take some time, but you stay faithful to your own discovery. Leave the rest. And life will take care of it. If you pay attention to how the family is behaving, who's pushing who out and so on, you will never be free of it, you see. You keep getting hurt. And you end up apologizing for your existence.